it says thread from Mr. T time exposed Crimson Pedo changing narrative and being a hypocrite. Well, that's already an interesting title. My thread on my alt expose Woplo Shadow. He can't spell child sexual predator. I don't think that's the one that I need to read. Unless you want me to. So it said Crimson
I mean, if you
Pedo.
got any questions,
I
I'll answer them. I'll just wait until you
yeah, I
answer
can't.
ask a question.
I'm laughing because the fucking punctuation's terrible. They say
I
Crimson
know.
Pedo lying. He no longer friend with Wallop the Zoo Pedo anymore because that child predator own words expose herself. So she got naked on camera. You could have just said that. But here he admit he still support Wallop shadow sinking minors to porn despite it being a felony crime exposed minors to porn. Well, that's a little bit complicated with felony crime exposing minors to porn. You have to be it gets kind of funky wonky. I'm gonna read the screenshots though. They were trying to say
Yeah, feel
name
free.
apprehended Walp. Who is Walp, by the way? While I continue reading this.
Okay, so Wolp was I think he was a 15, yeah, he was a 15-year-old kid that I met a while back. He was exposing pedophiles. He made an entire thread. Give me a second.
Smart.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second because they took
I
down
thought
the
the film
video,
pretty
but
smart.
it got posted on Odyssey instead. So he's a kid that I met on Twitter while I was exposing pedophiles for calling me a pedophile and shit, right? And
Yeah.
let's long story short, I'm not really a big fan of this guy. The only reason I teamed up with him was because our interests align and we share a common enemy, and that was it. I was also following him so that I could run an investigation on him because I heard rumors of him sending porn to adults. And I wanted him to verify that. He didn't verify it
Yeah.
with me, so I kind of blocked him because I was pissed off. Because if he's sending porn to adults, there's a possible chance that he's being groomed right now. And I need to know the names of those adults that are grooming him. And he's not providing any info on that. So I got pissed off. If you want more information, I just posted the video. He and
Okay.
him did a video together.
So why why isn't porn adults?
What?
Like what kind of porn is he saying? Is it like fucking joke porn? Like anything
I
like that, or is it just fucking like porn you would jack
apparently
off to?
what they're accusing him of is him taking pictures of himself, butt ass naked, and sending it to adults.
So this is a case of distribution of child pornography. This isn't
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah,
sending
yeah. So it's
pornography. Yeah.
yeah, he's basically being jailbait.
So
He's
he's a
basically being
pedophile. Wait,
no, no, no. So
yeah,
see
I know
that's
what
the
you
see
mean.
that's the thing. See that's the thing. I investigated the evidence against him about him being a pedophile and shit, and I saw nothing. Okay, the only thing I saw was him saying, "Yeah, I send nudes to kids my age." Quote my age, which means it's a 15-year-old versus a 15-year-old, which is still bad.
Well,
It's still
that is
disgusting, but
illegal.
it's
It is it
it
it is illegal.
it's illegal to do that. Okay, good, thank God. But
So, I'll explain how this works. So, with how this works, if a minor sends porn to another minor, usually, if it was not distributed between the two parties, the police will just tell them both to delete it, and they won't go do nothing from there. Since doing prosecution and shit, just like it happens all the time. So it's just you would have like millions of kids going to jail over that, which wouldn't make any sense to lock the court system up. But if it's between two parties, I don't think the police are going to give a shit, but it is still illegal. But if it's distributed outside of those two parties, such as like it gets leaked somewhere, then that is a felony, a federal felony, even state felony, both two felonies. Usually it goes to state though, because the feds don't want to deal with it. Uh,
mhm.
but if it goes outside a third party, it gets counted as it's illegal, and they will do something about it. But if it's two parties, it's still illegal, even if they are the same age. And they will tell them to delete it. Usually, they won't go get arrested unless if they're coerced into doing it and to start, and that gets super complicated. And that's not a rabbit hole I'm not going to go into. That's more of a legal doctrine thing that I would have to make a whole video about. But even if they were 17, legal age consent in Tennessee, uh, that would still be illegal. So it doesn't matter if they're under 18, it is still illegal. But what happen? It depends on what happens with it. If it's between two parties, they usually don't do anything about it. They just tell them to delete it. If there's a third party involved, you get law enforcement. They really start to do their investigation. So yeah. So basically, is there any third party involved that he's sending it to?
Not that I'm aware of. No, I tried looking and see if he maybe sent it to a 13-year-old, maybe a 12, maybe 14.
Look
I
up.
don't know. I genuinely don't know. But here's the thing, right? Because he told me
Yeah.
about this before he got suspended. In his country, like where the part where you said that it's illegal for two minors to share nudes
Wait,
with
which
each other,
country is
right?
he
But
from?
I
Is he from
I don't know because you said Tennessee. I'm like, wait, did Wolf come from Tennessee? I'm not sure. But
the
apparently
U.S.?
in you probably US probably. But in the state that he's in, probably it's legal for minors to share nudes each other. I don't know the full story about that and I don't like it. But apparently it's legal for him to do something like that. But only if he's sharing it with another 15-year-old, same age, right? So
Uh,
apparently it's legal
so
for him to do something like that. I don't know what's going on there. I really don't.
so I think what state that this is in, just from what I know, is probably not Florida. It's probably somewhere out west where this has happened. And even then, it's still illegal federally because, one, if it is going over state lines, which it probably is, uh, that's distribution of child sexual abuse material over state lines. That's a big felony. That's class B or A. No, it's not A. Class B or class C felony. So that's still illegal. And even if they are the same age, still illegal. The age doesn't matter unless it's 18 and 18. Then I couldn't give a shit. The law doesn't give a shit. If it's 17 and 18, like the law's going to give a shit, but like if they were dating before, I wouldn't really care about it too much. But if they were getting groomed into it, I would have a problem with that. And I guess if this gets posted, the going to say, oh yeah, he supports like 18-year-olds like sending news between each other between 17 and
Yeah,
18. I
they'll
mean,
do that
yeah,
a lot. They'll do
and
that a lot.
yeah, and a 17 and 18, if they were dating before, I'm not wasting my time looking into that. Hell, they're probably going to fucking turn 18 anyways. Uh,
Yeah.
I got more important people to go after. And yeah, basically that's how that works. So with that case, he is probably breaking the law. The adults are probably going to get charged. Probably not him, where he's a minor. And if there is grooming involved, then it's definitely going to be the adults. And he's probably going to get counseling help and mental help for that. Anyways,
I
I want
hope
to
so.
continue reading this thread.
Yeah,
Bowling
sure.
Green fan.
Yeah, he's cool. He's not a pedophile. He hasn't done anything wrong. He's cool.
This seems like a big case of grooming. Just saying. Helium was looking for porn publicly. So Helium is him, right?
No, that's someone else. Okay, so Helium, he's also another minor. For some
Yeah.
reason, during my early stages of dealing with these pedophiles, a lot of minors came to my support, and I wasn't really a big fan of that, right? Wasn't really a big fan of
Yeah.
that, but they had valuable information that I need in order to in my debates against them. So I took their evidence and I barely talked to them since, right? Helium
Oh,
is one
so
of those minors that I barely talked to. And
okay.
the problem with Helium, I don't have anything against him, but he keeps fumbling the bag like a lot.
Oh fuck.
Because
Damn. What?
Wolp Wolp would tell me that this man would share his news with other minors, being horny as shit, posting NSFW to minors his age. I'm like, oh my god, how am I supposed to defend this guy if he keeps selling the game? Oh my god, he
If
keeps making my
he's
job harder.
if he's doing that, I would like ask him like, hey, why the fuck are you doing this? And if he doesn't, even if he did give a good reason, I would just get rid of him. You can't have people like that in your investigation.
I
He might be
confronted
an
him.
insider. He might be an
I conf-
insider, just probably.
I,
I'm
I,
thinking.
I actually confronted him about this. It's like, dude, I understand that you're not a pedophile. I know you're not. Okay, you're not a creep. But when you do this shit, you make it hard for me to defend you because I'm an adult. I'm a grown ass man. So it makes it very hard for me to defend you on this. Like you keep fumbling the bag. You gotta stop. And he's like, yeah, I know. Yeah, uh, everybody's calling you a freak, and there's nothing I can do about it because you are a freak. God.
Yeah, I can understand the frustration with that, and at that point, if he's just saying, "Yeah, all right," instead of taking it seriously, it's time to get rid of him. So I'm looking at this. So this WAP guy is saying there are no studies that showing looking at minors looking for porn harmful. There's a lot of those that prove him wrong, and some places recommend that minors look at porn for sex. Well, that's the school's job. They're supposed to teach sexual education. Uh,
I don't know about looking at porn though. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know why they would really. So they did a search of what is U.S. federal law code giving or selling porn to children. So they let me see right here. So basically, under Section 1470 of Title 18 U.S.C. prohibits any individual from knowingly transferring, attempt to transfer obscene matter using the U.S. mail or any means or facility interstate of foreign commerce to minor under 16 years old. I forgot exactly what this means. So that basically, I think this has something to do with just transmitting somebody that's under 16. Obscene material.
Can you
Yes,
show me?
there's a lot.
Can you provide the link of the current post you're looking at so I can catch up?
I'm streaming. You can just look.
Oh, okay, okay. Hold on. Makes it a whole lot easier for me. That'll make this whole lot easier. Thank you.
Uh, and he also said, also trust me, I have a plan. We're taking care of the kid. Don't worry. Your parents seem to have some political, financial power. However, we have changed political power, and that ain't gonna work, Buckaroo. Right now,
Okay,
helping
so
this
here's what.
kid. This kid
Okay,
gets
so
lost.
here's what's going on here. Here's what's going on here. Why they're calling him a pedophile for this, right?
All
So,
right.
the main argument that this guy is using is that this man is a pedophile for obtaining child porn of this 11-year-old, right? And when I
Yeah.
investigated this situation, what I found out, and it is explained in the video I just showed you, what I found out is that he didn't actually receive porn from this minor, and he was actually telling the 11-year-old to take down the photos, to delete the photos. That was all he did. Him and
If
Lesby Gay
that's all
Shadow,
he did. If
him
that's
and
all
Lesby
he
Gay,
did. Yeah.
yeah,
All right.
him and
Continue.
Lesby Gay Shadow were telling him to delete the photos, and that was it. That was all that he did. He didn't do anything else. He tried to become this 11-year-old's friend because apparently the 11-year-old is suicidal, got some mental issues, and his parents are forcing him to be in these little pageants to become a model, an idol. I don't know what the fuck is going on. And he's been posting some, they're not really nudes. They're just suggestive images. I haven't seen them myself, thank the Christ. I
They
haven't
would
seen them
probably
myself,
be
but
illegal.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
thank Christ I didn't see those fucking photos because goddamn, I don't want to see that
Yo,
shit. But
yo,
the
yo,
11
what's
year
up?
old, hey, the 11
Do you
year
What's
like
old
going
this
on
guy?
here?
was probably wearing some skimpy clothing. I don't know. But by the way that Wolf described it, it wasn't full on nudity. It was just weird images. He told them to
Okay,
take them down. And that was all that happened. And he's being called a
cool.
pedophile for that because they think that not only is the 11-year-old sharing these nudes with him because he's asking for it, but they also think that Wolf is a grown ass man, which I have seen no evidence of.
So
What's going
basically,
on here?
what you're
Is this about the insert coin guy?
wait,
It,
Vic, wait. There,
I'm I was the Kunami VRC guy, VRC9 guy.
wait. I'm doing an interview with this guy. Are you part of this?
Oh no, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right. I just didn't know.
Okay, I'll mute.
Just you stay. Just I wouldn't say much. So basically, what you're saying is that he posted like pornographic photos himself, and they didn't see the photos. Keyword: they didn't see the photos. And even
no.
if they did, that gets complicated in its own way. So they didn't see the photos. They told him to take it down. Trying to help the guy out, and or kid
And he
out,
took him
whatever.
down, yes. He
Okay,
took
so
them
he
down,
took him
yes.
down. And then he was posting suggestive photos of himself. And those are illegal for a
Yeah.
minor to do that. That technically still is distribution. Now, uh, when it comes to actual court, uh, that's a little bit different. well, not little ice thing right here on the river. But when it comes to that, it yeah. So if they didn't see the photos, and they just told them to take down the suggested photos, I guess no, I really wouldn't pay attention to it as long as they aren't
Yeah,
doing
because it
like
would be
anything.
bad. It'd be one thing if they saw the photos, saved it for evidence, right? But they didn't even do that. They saw the photos and they was like, "Hey, take this shit down." And the 11-year-old did that.
Okay.
End of story.
So all right. So and then were like trying to say that it was like solicited. I guess so. All right. So they didn't do anything wrong there, but tell them to take it down. Uh. All right, let's look at the second one. Crimson Pedo used to lie. Shadow and Wolf are two different persons. I met both of them, but missed they're the same one person. Let's read this. Finally, touch this at Nazi pedophile faking SS. You having to beat the woke spread, and then I'm not really sure what that's about. If it's important, just let me
Okay.
know. Red,
Yeah, I don't really know what that's about either. I really
yeah,
don't.
Red Crimson Pedo Venom Pedo Defender. He likes saying pedo a lot. Makes up straw man of something. Oh, he said the word. He said the strawman
Buzzword.
word. Oh, he said
Buzzwords.
the strawman word. I
Yeah.
love when people say that. They're like, you're using a straw man argument, and I mean, like, dude, it's 10 studies right here. Come on, like, this isn't straw man anymore. And they use it to say,
Yeah.
yeah, you're making my side look worse. And I mean, that's the whole fucking point. Anyways, they straw man is something. Who the fuck is this? Did not say.
That's the
This is
guy who
that.
posted his daughter publicly on the internet, which
Okay,
is
well,
bad because people,
that
which is
guy's
bad,
fucking weird. Then.
which is
Like, were they
bad because
suggestive?
people. No, 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 no. He was just simply posting his daughter. That's it. But this is bad because we got people putting children into AI data centers so that they can make porn of them. So we warned
It's
this
very
guy
bad.
that if he doesn't take these photos down, they're gonna shove her data into these AI machines and put it into porn. And he saw that as a threat. What? We're trying to
So,
tell you what these AI users are doing, and you think that's a threat? No, we're warning you.
so
We're literally
here's my
concerned.
yeah. So here's my take on that. Yes, it is a problem that LLMs will train off of real children as part of their LLM data set, and that's why when say that when they use AI generated imagery of Lolly that it's not CSAM, it really is because with the training data, it had to get that data of a small child in a, a suggestive or erotic position from somewhere. And, not every training data is 100% filtered. There are AIs that filter for AIs using, let's see, they use photo DNA for one, and they use a few other things. A lot of them aren't really talked about because uh, law enforcement kind of wants to keep that under wraps so people can't figure out how to get past it. But uh, yeah, so like when it comes to posting photos of your children on the internet, back then it was sort of all right. Like if you're just on a family vlog, I'm not gonna care. But like at this point, I'd recommend people don't post photos of your children on the internet because pedophiles will use those to train LMs, and they'll even jack off to it. Like, they'll use it as a reference in art, which is illegal, by the way. Uh, fucking toothpick.
And what's worse about that guy you just saw, he'll call you a pedophile if you tell him that right now. Dead ass.
Uh, but everything I just said is backed up by evidence.
I know. That's why he's calling you a pedophile. That is precisely why.
That doesn't make any sense.
I
Uh,
know.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. That's a big rabbit hole right there of why he's calling people. How platonic friendships aren't sexual. Platonic's just friend to friend, right?
Yeah. And he's
Okay.
talking about and not only is he talking about Chair being friends with a minor, he's talking about me being friends with a minor too. And I was
I'm
friends with
friends.
this YouTube.
I got adult friends all the time. And people say that like that's weird. You're never going to get anywhere in the world if you're not friends with people that are older than you. I mean, there's a point to where like it's being okay and not okay. Like the friends I'm with, like this Minecraft server I'm on right now, the Parzival, the one that I shouldn't even say his name because it's not even important. But yeah, Pars, like, he's 15, and then Long John, like, he's 18, and like volley niggers say like, oh, he's 18, he's friends with 17-year-old, you can't do that, and he's friends with 15-year-old, even though like nothing wrong goes on, you know. Like, and the thing that Sensei says is pretty stupid anyway.
Yeah, so the point,
If the
the point
sexual
that
shit becomes a problem, yeah, I agree with him on that.
yeah, so this
Uh,
entire situation is because people are calling you a pedophile for simply being friends with a minor, not talking to them sexually, just talking to them in general.
yeah, as long as there's no grooming or sexual talk, that's a-okay. Like,
That was
I
my
understand
entire
that parents,
point.
yeah, I understand parents can be a little bit worried about like that happening, but like this is how communication is going to work on the internet and real life. If you can't communicate with somebody that's older than you through a friendship or even be friends with them to get shit done, you're not going to make it. You're just not going to make it. You'll never learn any social interaction from people that have more experience than you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read the rest of this. Just kind of hold your words for a second. Actually, back.
Okay. Did not say that. Okay, hold on. Move the mouse for a second. Did not say to dismiss the fact the username TailsFox say they will make a. Hold on. The follow's in the way. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Did not say to dismiss the fact that the username TailsFox say they will make a thread to expose a person being a pedo, then shadow child predator jumping. Okay, so they're talking about TailsFox. That's why those screenshots are there.
Okay, I'm reading them.
I don't know anything about TailsFox, so I think it's a little bit irrelevant. But you're free to look. I don't know what's going on there.
That might not be sexual. Let's do it. Pedo defender has to block me too. People block each other for bullshit reasons.
I
All right, I
blocked
want to
him
finish.
because he was arguing in bad faith. He wouldn't listen to me.
Yeah. All right, that makes sense.
There's nothing I can do.
6-year-old, 2-year-old, 16-year-old, whatever. So I think I remember. So
Yeah,
what is
just
this?
give me a second.
Is this that one guy that lived in fucking like Ohio and like had those children locked up?
Yeah, but let me
What?
give you the whole. Let me give you the thread that this came from because I have it right here. Give me a second.
Okay. Actually loves and cares for her 6-year-old, 2-year-old, 16-year-old lover.
Because if you notice from this entire screenshot, it's cropped, right?
Yeah.
Take a look at this. I just posted it in a general public chat. Okay, 1 second. Check your Discord again. The reason why this thread exists is because of this. It's responding to this. This is a direct response to this one post.
Explain why pedophilia is bad for a lot of reasons. Because it can major, like, there has been studies, and you can even watch videos of the aftermath of some victims of child abuse and sexual misconduct and sexual abuse.
Right.
These kids are
Right, but
messed up. They are
right.
messed up, and that's
They are.
one reason. It messes with your brain. It's really bad. But yeah, I'm not really gonna go. Yeah,
Yeah, but
I
he
wouldn't
wanted
argue with that guy. I wouldn't really argue with him for debating.
Yeah, but he wanted my personal take on why I think pedophilia is bad. My own subjective take. So I gave him exactly what he asked for. My own subjective take on why pedophilia is bad.
All right, so this is just basic.
Yeah.
It is a source of things where you can seek help if you want to rape kids. By the way, if you want to rape kids, let's just put you in a noose. That's what I suggest.
Yep. That's what I wanted to say, but I would get banned if I did that. So I have to sugarcoat it.
I said that once, and I didn't get banned 'cause I'm smart.
Read that part. Read that part, please. It's gonna be so funny.
All right.
What about the good pedophiles part? Read that part. It's gonna be so funny once you scroll down to what comes next. Because this is what everyone is going after my neck for.
All right, I'm watching. Here's case. All right, I'm gonna compare the cropped one. So this search right here, I would be. Whoa, that got a lot of comments.
But you saw why You saw why I had to do it, right?
Yeah. So you
It's
searched
because
this.
yeah, you saw why I have to do it. It's right above it. It actually explains why I did that. Like, yeah, that read that entire thing because it explains why that happened.
Let me try and
Because
find just for reason to rape kids, see if there's anything that actually makes it safe and okay. So you were trying to find like an example. So even I could search
yeah,
it.
yeah,
I'm
I
probably
was trying.
not going to search this, but I actually could, and I'm not like what would
Yeah,
happen
because
is that my ISP might put me on a watch list, but they're not actually going to do anything.
yeah, because here's the thing. The point I was trying to make is that there were pedophiles out there on Twitter right now in threads
I
justifying
know.
the rape for children. I was trying to find those screenshots, and I thought that was the best method of finding those screenshots. Because when I usually try to find a thread of anything, I usually just ask Google a question, and they will show me a Twitter thread based on that subject. That is what that was.
So yeah, you're just trying to pull examples, and like you're posting an image saying like you don't want to get put on a watch list. That's reasonable.
Yeah,
So
but
this is
I'm a
a really
pedophile for
long
that.
thread.
It is because
You're not a pedophile for that. There's even like going into the argument, which like a lot of pedos said like, oh, it's technically not pedophilia because this is the definition. The definition it wouldn't even fit this. Uh, Two, the way you're trying to pull evidence up, like that. Let's say I'm a pedophile for what I'm about to search up.
laws on child pornography.
So right here, this is apparently they would call me a pedophile for searching this up, even though I'm just trying to find laws. So this is laws right here. U.S. DOJ has everything, all the United States codes that involve it right here. And see, that won't get me put on a watch list because you're just searching it up. Fucking
Yeah.
hiccups. Not fucking steak. Uh,
But I was
I
scared of actually hitting enter, so I aborted. So I didn't
could
get the
probably
chance
search
to
this just
actually.
fine.
So I backed out. But I did eventually find the screenshots of what I was talking about.
Oh, by the way, they didn't use an arrow on this, so they say and act like this. Who is this?
I actually don't know.
Okay, yeah, some. All right,
It was just a bunch of lollies, fucking pedophiles.
all right. So I think we kind of know what that is about.
Yeah,
Red Crimson Pedo Infant.
it is true. I realistically didn't know at the time.
All right,
I said didn't because you just told me how it works. So I know now. But yeah, I didn't.
I support this guy for doing this. Crimson God, and if you say that, they'll jump all over you. I had one thing where like I looked at a lolicon group and there were people posting CSAM to it, and obviously they denied it, but I'm not saving evidence of that. I went ahead and submitted a cyber tip, and I couldn't report the group unfortunately, and they jumped all over me like 8,000 likes. My first account, a 2WBI account, got suspended by that way. Red Crimson pedo calling. Let me see.
Yeah, you saw that already.
Yeah. And then Maniac right here, you say, I realistically don't know if I'm right saying all pedophiles are bad. So I'd say about like 0.4% of pedophiles are actually just mentally challenged and they just don't know what the fuck they're doing. And those ones, I'm not exactly sure what I'd do with those. I'd just say put them in an institution for like the rest of their life because they're a
Or
threat to
just face the
us.
wall. Or just face the wall.
Well, I mean, here comes a religious argument on that. If they don't actually know like what they're doing, like this guy is like severely autistic, like he cannot function as a human being, and he's just this stupid. Like there, religiously, there's no reason to kill him because he doesn't know. He's not actively encouraging like trying to sin, and he's not. But he's doing it because he's mentally disabled. Like that I would just put him in an institution just for safety. Like I would offer them the rest of the services like that anybody else would get, but they just can't be around children or the normal public. And at that point,
At
the
least put him in a
autism was like,
straitjacket.
yeah, I would. So that's my take on that. They'll probably take that out of context too. Uh, they as a
Yeah, you read that
I read
already.
that.
All right.
Yeah, you're.
So
Yeah.
now that we're
Oh,
here,
this is the one. This is the one that got everybody fucking fired up. All right. So you, how old are you right now?
I am 23 currently. And let me show you something real quick. Where is it?
So you're 23. All right. It's going to be important for what happens next.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. You're still not a pedophile talking to minors sexually. I don't exactly know. That's crop.
Yeah, let me show you what's going on there. Let me show you what's going on there. Just give me a second. I need to pull it up. I should have made this more accessible. Fuck. All right. I just posted it. Go ahead and take a look.
Yubi. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, Yubi is Asagi. He's the one who's stalking minors in his Telegram right now as we speak.
There is this guy on Soul Jack Party that's called Yubi, and he's LARPing as a Russian while being Irish, and he's tried to follow my accounts and say that I'm a pedo for.
That's because you're a minor. That's because you're a minor. He's stalking you in a Telegram. He admitted to it.
Oh, he admitted that he was going after me because of that.
Wait, no, he was admitting to stalking minors in his Telegram, and he made no qualms in hiding it. Every time I called him out on it, he says he's always doing something worse. Like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, bro?
I think it's kind of self-explanatory. So, wait, you're still not a. What is this? I never said.
Okay, so we're currently talking about a minor with hypersexuality, which I interviewed in my video on Chair, because Chair was being accused of sexting this minor, and I posted the chat logs in the video. There was no sexting. He showed all the chat log. He showed everything. There was no sexting. It wasn't even sexual. It wasn't even suggestive. Hell, it wasn't even weird. It wasn't even weird. They were just calling him a pedophile for talking to a minor with hypersexuality. And that's what we're talking about here. That's the context. Now you can read. So the thing about me saying it's okay to talk to a minor sexually, that's actually a typo. I meant to say it's not pedophilic to talk to a minor with hypersexuality, which is still true because I've talked to a hypersexual minor and nothing sexual happened there. So apparently it's not inherently sexual to talk to a minor with hypersexuality. Not unless you make it weird. If you make it weird, that's when it becomes a problem. But if you don't, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing pedophilic about that at all. And that was my main point. But they cropped that screenshot and only posted that part. And now they're calling me a pedophile for that.
So you made a typo and.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
I make typos all the time. I can't really control it.
Yeah, everybody does. I'd have just deleted the post and then retype it.
I was going to, but I knew what would happen if they did. That's why I kept it up. Because if I deleted it, I wouldn't be able to show you that link I just gave you. I wouldn't be able to show you the full context like that. Let's look into Mr. Tea Time because his English is not as bad as his, and it makes a lot more sense and more easier to argue against. So we can look into Mr. Tea Time instead because this guy's just rambling off like an idiot. Okay, so literally on his first post, it states that this dude right here is a confirmed pedophile. As you can see, he straight up says that it isn't pedophilic for a 13-year-old child to be sexual with a 17-year-old. He also defended a 22-year-old dating and being sexual with a 17-year-old. And second, defended Dr. Disrespect, who was also publicly outed and confirmed to be a pedophile. It's not confirmed. It's not confirmed. Oh, okay. All right, one thing at a time. So the part where I said that it's not pedophilic for a 13-year-old child to be sexual with a 17-year-old. Yeah, I found out that I was wrong. Okay, I did some research on that and I realized that I was wrong in making that statement and I took it back. Here's the problem as to why people are going after my neck though. People think I still stand by this opinion because a little while back I did double down on it, but eventually I relented. But they're using the fact that I doubled down before as proof of me still standing by that opinion. I don't. I was wrong.
Yeah.
I was wrong. I admit that I was wrong. I admit that. But they refuse to let that go. They think I still stand by this opinion. I do not. I can't make this any more clear. It is wrong. And even when, hold on, because I'm about to post this link right here.
Okay. Yeah, I would sort of like see why they would say that, because when you're doubling down, like you're saying, like I really stand by this, and then you say that you aren't. It just, I can sort
I
of see what
doubled
they mean
down because
by
I
that.
genuinely thought I was right, but I didn't. But I wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I doubled down. I genuinely thought I was correct. I wasn't. I was wrong the whole time.
Yeah.
So this is the real reason I said this, and I just posted a link. Yeah, this account is suspended, so I'm just gonna have to read my own comments. Good job on answering a question he couldn't give, but he said something much different. I think minors dating period is creepy. It's true. I still think that way. Minors in general. Yeah, that's still true. Wait, Roger Jack is gone? Roger Jack is gone. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna get to that later. But no, they're teenagers. Like I said, anyone dating while under 18 is creepy. I wouldn't call it pedophilic though. I was right in calling it creepy, but I was wrong in calling it not pedophilic. I was wrong. While it is creepy to be a pedophile, it's not pedophilic to be creepy.
I mean, just
Yeah,
creepy in
that's
general. Like, you'd be into different creepy stuff.
yeah. Like I can be a creep by threatening someone's life. That's creepy. I tell people to kill themselves. Is that not a creep thing to do?
It's more of a wrong thing to do, but depends on who you say it to.
And oh my god, he's fucking gone. I can't believe it now. No, teenagers are teenagers. Is it creepy? 100%. The idea of kids dating each other makes me uncomfortable. So even though I was wrong in saying that it's not pedophilic, I still condemned it. So why am I being called a pedophile?
Well, if
Why
you're
am I
saying
being
it's
called a
wrong,
pedophile for this? I've repeated it multiple times that it was wrong, it was disgusting, it was creepy. What more do you want from me?
they want you to like bow down to Netanyahu, I guess. So with how that is sort of like that, uh, just by looking at that, I would say that what they're doing, I can sort of see why they're still saying you're like a pedo for saying that, because I've had a lot of pedos that have tried to like double back on what they said, and you know, with what you've given to the table, though, I really don't think you're a pedo. This machine's loud as fuck. Give me a second. I can't hear anything. Okay, I can hear now.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
didn't say
So,
anything.
so you took it back. So you made the thing in like wrong faith, right? So you just like
I
really,
took it back because it was wrong. I was genuinely wrong.
yeah.
I admit that I was wrong.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, you said it's wrong. So is that it? Like, is that
No,
everything
no, no.
that you
There's something there's something else too. I got a lot of allegations. I'm sorry. Okay, so there's this the another allegation that I'm suffering right now is that I'm a pedophile defender. This mainly goes to Chair, and I mentioned it multiple times, but I think I just posted the video.
Yeah, I
Give me
didn't. I haven't watched the video yet. And I
no,
probably
yeah,
won't
no,
do
I'm
it.
not. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you to watch it now, but you can definitely watch it later. I'm gonna just point it right
Okay.
here. So in this video, he was suffering allegations of sexting minors, knowingly doing so, and has shown no signs of regretting it. And I made this video. I cited the law itself. I used the government laws themselves to prove why he's not a pedophile, because he has to know that he's sexting a minor. And every single time, with every comment that I addressed, he never knew. He didn't look into their bios to see if they're 13. Hell, some of the minors even hid their ages, which is cool to do, to hide your age and stuff, right? But he didn't know how old they were when he sent that comment. So this guy was essentially doom scrolling, seeing a post, commenting on it, and moving it on with his day. Everybody does that. Everybody does that. Even me. Okay? I can't tell you how many
Right.
fuck shit. I can't tell you how many times I said many fuck shit on Twitter without actually investigating the people that I'm talking to because I'm just doom scrolling.
Right.
Why would I need to do that, right? So I proved his case there, right? But then there's this minor with hypersexuality that he's being called a pedophile for. I already stated how it's not inherently sexual to talk to a minor that suffers these issues. But the problem with this minor in particular is that this minor is suicidal because his parents is abusing him. His parents is abusing him and he's suicidal. He's hypersexual because of that. And what this man basically did is become his therapist. He became his therapist because he didn't want the child to kill himself. And it worked. I don't know what he did exactly. He was just being, I saw the chat logs. He was just being extremely fucking friendly, wholesome, and all that shit. That was all he did. But I don't know what he did, but the minor doesn't want to kill himself anymore. He's happy now. He's not depressed. And from what I'm hearing right now, he's not hypersexual anymore. So this guy, so not only did I prove that Chair is not a pedophile, I proved that he's actually kind of a therapist because he's actually taking studies right now to become a therapist in the future. He's going to become the therapist that you would recommend. He's going to become that guy soon. He probably is right now. I don't know.
It's good.
But if you want more context, you can watch the video because I explained everything. I cited sources. I used the law itself, the government laws, U.S. law. Hell, I even used laws from other different countries just to prove a point. All right, now here's the thing about Dr. Disrespect because back then I thought I really was defending him, but let me go ahead and post that link right here.
Every time you say Defender, it reminds me of that one picture of Parlo and Defender slut. Oh my god.
Parlo's a disappointment.
Parlo's a pedo.
I genuinely thought he was a pedophile hunter in the beginning.
He's not. He's just some British.
Because ever since he made that video exposing an actual predator, I thought he was a genuine predator hunter, but he was just a massive disappointment. But the Dr. Disrespect thing, hold on.
Parlo is not a predator hunter because one, he's one himself, and two, it was proven that he was talking with minors, and through like the videos he does, like those little quote unquote exposed videos, saying like the shit that he does, some of it literally just doesn't make any sense at all.
Okay, so the deal with me defending Dr. Disrespect in giant air quotes, I wasn't actually defending him. The point that I was making is that we don't have enough evidence to condemn this man. Like, yeah, we have multiple people saying that he's a pedophile, but 1,000 people can call you a pedophile and it can still not be true. I mean, look at the lolicons. Look at what they did to me, right? Yeah. Thousands of them calling me a pedophile and it's not true. So people can say whatever they want, but it might not be true. So we need to see what's inside of those chat logs. That was my only point. That's not a defense.
So
I'm not condemning or defending him. That's not a defense. I'm just saying we need more evidence.
I know what you're saying. I can already cut to the chase. So what you're saying is that you want evidence. Wow.
Yes. Yeah, that was all I was asking for. Yeah, it was really that simple. And people saw that as a defense of Dr. Disrespect. No, I just said we don't have enough to convict him. We don't know the full story. We don't have all the cards. Here's the thing, though.
The problem with Dr. Disrespect is that you just don't have enough to convict him. And, you know, it's not pedophilic. I wouldn't even cover that in this little audio thing. Like, that's genuinely just bullshit. Like, you're just asking for evidence. Like, if something's happened, that's not bad at all. I encourage people to ask for evidence because people not asking for evidence leads to problems with.
And that's another reason why they're calling me a pedophile too, because every time someone suffers an allegation, right? Okay, what's your proof? Where's the evidence? Oh, you're a pedophile. You defending him. You. I just want proof, man.
Yeah.
I just want evidence. That is not a defense. I just want verified info. Info that can't be debated against. I just want to see What the fuck is going on? I'm just
Yeah.
as oblivious as you are. I don't know anything. Come on. What am I supposed to do?
So yeah, basically that's a common tactic used by lawyers is that they'll like all you're asking for is evidence. It's nothing inherently wrong with that. Like
And
if
then
somebody
and
could
then
find the
people
chat logs, yeah.
and then people are saying, bro, he literally admitted it himself to talking or sexting. Which one? He literally admitted that the conversation was inappropriate. Okay, what does inappropriate mean to you? Because that's vague. Inappropriate can mean, oh, he's talking about guns, he's talking about drugs, he might be talking about sex, or he could be talking about his personal life and how fucked up it's being right now because apparently he cheated on his wife. He could be talking about that. That's also inappropriate to talk to a minor. He could be talking about many different things. Inappropriate doesn't just mean sexual.
You're right about that.
That's why I was asking for the chat logs. Because inappropriate is a very vague word.
Broad term. It's broad.
There's so many things that could be inappropriate to talk to a minor. Like fights. For example, like having a fucking fist fight. That's inappropriate to talk to a minor, man. You can't talk to that's inappropriate as hell. Like, come on.
Me and my friends talk about fights. I wouldn't even really call it inappropriate. Like, yeah.
You're a pedo for defending this shit. Not really. I'm being unbiased. That's what's happening here. I was. Because I just wanted to know the truth. In case you haven't noticed, not once did I ever imply that I'm actually defending. I literally stated it right there. I forgot that I said this. I just forgot that I said this. In case you haven't noticed, not once did I ever imply that I'm actually defending him. Sure, pedo. Him admitting to having multiple inappropriate messages with a child, and you're acting like they had a quick chat about Pokemon. What? Again, does inappropriate mean sexual content only? In this context, yes. How? How? When people are saying you sexted a minor and you spawned yes, and someone of the no. They didn't ask him if he was sexting a minor. They said that if he was having an inappropriate conversation with a minor. He said yes to that. I don't know why he's lying about this. And yes, and some of the messages were inappropriate. What does that mean? Use your fucking head. I did use my head because I'm thinking about the word inappropriate. I'm like, okay, he could be talking about violence. He could be talking about drugs. He could be talking about sex. I don't know. I need to see those chat logs. I am using my fucking head because that's what you're supposed to do. This is how you're supposed to think.
So don't overwork yourself with this. So, basically, like asking for evidence, there's nothing wrong with that. If Wally niggers are saying that you asking for evidence is wrong, they probably have something to hide. Just being badass for you. Enrichment chamber. Trying to make something right now.
I just. I'm just. You genuinely deserve $1 million because you're one of the few people that actually listens to what I'm saying and actually analyze this shit because a lot of these pedophiles, they can't read. They don't have any media literacy. They just see what's in front of them and they think that's the end of the story. The curtains are just blue. That's how these people think. I couldn't make it. I could.
They just they usually willingly ignore it. But a lot
then
of them
they crop my screenshots. They not only crop my screenshots, they fake screenshots, and they fucking hacked my account and posted lolicon porn all over my shit.
How do they hack your account? I can help you.
I don't know. I don't fucking know because I made a post about. I made a post about it. Hold on.
Yeah.
I made a post about it because I was crashing the fuck out. I saw it live. They tried to set me up. Hold on, give me a second. Let me grab this shit real quick. Because this is actually crazy. This is like the second time I got fucking hacked this way. Because the first time I got hacked this way, a bunch of G-tards got angry because I said that Dragon Ball Super is better than GT. The characters are stronger. The animation is better. The writing is better. Everything about Super is better than GT. They just couldn't accept that. So they hacked me, started posting child porn, scat,
What the fuck?
and a bunch of loli porn all over my shit, right? That's the first time it happened. The second time this fucking happened,
So yeah, they tried to do that to me once. Not hacking, but they tried to set me up. So how that exactly happened is that chemical injection chamber. All right. So how that happened is that I own this group chat, right? And there's this guy called Kenzal, and I think this guy is actually like needs some help. So, uh, me and the other people are trying to like get him like some help, and so he joined this group chat like 2 days before, right? And he was originally on Sensei Corporation side, if you know who they are, and like Kakuro side, if you know who they are. And eventually they were like, "Fuck this lolicon shit, y'all just a bunch of retards." They joined our side, and this fucking guy that owned a group chat named Groiper, like something, uh, infected. No, it's not infected. It's like getting fisted Groiper, and he's this black nigger who like legit can't fucking think, and he invited this guy called Cunny Rapist 888, and I didn't know about it because I was in school at the time, and I doing my work and shit. And he also invited this other guy called the New American, and I didn't know who the hell that was, and I thought he was just like some random guy, so I didn't pay much attention to him. But I was in school, so I didn't even know about that either. It was only afterwards, and like I get on at 8 o'clock, and like I'm like, wait, what are you doing? Like, why is this guy named Cunny Rapist in the VC? And I asked them, why is your name this? And they like give some bullshit vague answer. So I went ahead and kicked him. And about 45 minutes later, like nothing happens. I'm on Twitter, and then another 45 minutes goes by, and then I'm about to go to bed 11:30 to 12 o'clock, like on a weekend, cause that was the last day of school that I had. I think so. It was a Thursday or Friday. I was staying up pretty late though. And the group chat's just getting fucking blown up, and I was like, oh, something happened. So I looked in there, and this Kenny Rafers had invited some other people, and the New American posted a video of a baby getting a dick shoved in its mouth, and I immediately alerted like getting fisted, even though I was the admin. I immediately kicked those people, and I alerted getting fisted like, hey, you need to shut this group chat down right now. Like they are posting CP in this group chat, and he didn't fucking respond because he's too fucking slow and coded. So I had to basically like tell I told like 200 friends that I knew to report this one post. Like legit friends that I hadn't talked to in 2 years. I told them, hey, report this post because I really did not want that up there. And I got it taken down, and then they tried to frame me saying I allowed it, even though like instantly got taken down. And that they kind of stopped today since everybody just figured out that they're lying. And uh, yeah, that's what happened. They were trying to say like I was allowing porn in the GC. I saw it once, and I told them, "Hey, don't post porn in the GC. We got minors in here. Like, don't do that." And I told them, "Hey, if it gets leaked, it's over if you do that. So stop doing it." So I told them to stop. And they're doing a few other things, but they tried to frame me too, and it didn't. It sort of worked. It didn't really work though in the long run.
yeah. But yeah, I just posted the second time I got hacked. This is very recent. Now, the reason why I know it was one of these lolicons who did, I don't know which one specifically, but I knew it was a lolicon because a long time ago, a few years ago, I believe, there was like this Secret Wars event. You know what Secret Wars are? I'm sure you read them. There was like this Secret Wars event that nobody knows about, but I was basically calling out a Rule 34 artist. Um, his name is D Art, and he was producing animated, not images, not AI, full production animated videos of infants getting fucked by an adult, of real people, like real celebrities, like Billie Eilish, Greta Thunberg, and I think there was someone else too. But he makes that kind of content, and I was calling him out for it. And everybody went after this guy's
Would you
neck
say Greta
and start.
Thunberg was fucking kids?
No. Greta Thunberg wasn't fucking kids. I think because from what I've been told, this artist has been drawing her basically sucking dick and
Oh,
twerking.
okay.
Yeah,
Well, that's
just
just weird.
yeah. The guy's a twerking artist, animator. Sorry, he's a twerking animator. So he usually just had her twerk or sucking dick. That's what I've been told. But the worst thing that they told me that made me go after this guy's neck is Sasuke Uchiha. Now, when I talk about Sasuke Uchiha, my heart sinks to my stomach.
There's a
because
gate. Oh, this is bad.
no. It's not gay. It's worse. It's much worse than that. It's very
No,
fucking
gate. Like the word when something has the word gate on it, I just think of like lots of bad stuff associated with that.
So, someone told me about what he did for this animation called Sakura and the Forbidden Scroll. I don't know if that's the actual title of the animation, but that is.
Heard
And
that
Sakura and the
somewhere.
Yeah, and from what
Heard-
people told me, the plot centers around Sakura Haruno while she's an adult using a form of jutsu to go back in time and meet Sasuke Uchiha when he was a fucking baby, not even taller, an infant, probably 5 months old. And then she starts fucking him, twerking on him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think my team did an investigation that one time, because we heard about it and we sort of did like a quick look into it and we found who made it. We did a quick scan and we couldn't find where he lived, so he's like, okay, he's probably got good security, so it might not be worth going after
Yeah,
it.
so I called this guy out a long time ago, and many people have been reporting this guy's account. They just reported this guy's account again, and he's gone again, but he's still around in that Discord server of his. That Discord server, I entered it once. Because I found a way to get inside, and it was nothing but disgusting shit. And I had to tell people about this Discord server, what the fuck was going on in there. Because not only is he posting all this shit, but everybody's posting porn on there while there's minors inside.
Yeah.
His Discord is still up as we speak, as we're talking right now. That Discord is still up.
Hey, we might
and it hasn't changed since I left. It has not changed since I left.
About that. I know a few people. We might be able to get that changed. We might be able to get it taken down.
It has not changed since I fucking left. It is still that same damn server. So yes,
Yeah.
I did get a lot of people to report his account, but he still has that Discord server where he gets all his support. And he's not doing this for money. He's doing it for the love of the game. So he's posting these animations on a consistent basis every fucking day, and he doesn't get paid for it not once. He doesn't take commissions. He doesn't even take commissions. He doesn't even do anybody a favor. He doesn't even take requests. He just does it for the love of the game. So he's just creating child porn for the fuck of it. But now that we're done talking about DR, let's go back to why I got hacked. The reason why I knew it was these lolicons is because the lolicon porn that was posted on my account that I haven't used in 3 years, and I'm still not using it right now as we speak. I'm not going back to Facebook. It's too boring, right? So this account is dead, but they still posted all this shit on my account. The art that is being posted is by D Art, the one I just told you about. Okay, it's Tails, Sage, and I think it was Cream. I think it was Cream. Yeah, it was Cream, Sage, and Tails fucking each other, getting butt ass naked, big ass, big titties, and everything. And they were trying to use this to set me up. And I called them out before they could ever do that because I knew if I didn't address this frame one, they would start posting screenshots everywhere and I wouldn't have no way to defend myself. So I had to call this out frame one without warning. I was crashing the fuck out of this post because I was pissed. One, because Tails is my favorite character and I hate to see him like this.
Yeah, it's not good.
They took advantage of the fact that I was a Sonic fan and started posting this shit because they know I'm a Sonic fan, avid Sonic fan. They know I like Tails, so they chose these pictures specifically. These pictures are very specific and strategic because they're taking advantage of my tastes and posting porn based on that so that they can incriminate me. And I called them out for it before they ever got the chance. All because I beat my allegations. And I'm still angry about that. I'm angry that they would do this shit to me.
Yeah,
I would never I would never crop a screenshot. I would never take someone out of context. I would never hack someone's account and put some bullshit on there and then use it as an argument. I would never do something like that. But they would. And they have the audacity to call me a hypocrite. I have every fucking right to be pissed.
You do.
Because this is the shit that they do every fucking day to innocent people.
Yeah, back to that group chat thing that I was talking about. They did that to me to try and frame me, and you know, the amount of people that saw what was, just kind of the way it was, really didn't sit right with me. That's it's one reason why the guy who sent the stuff, we sent his phone number to the FBI, so he's probably going to get a smart visit soon by them, and it's not going to be good for him. But yeah, they constantly do that, and it affects people in a lot of ways that are not good.
There's two more allegations I have to address. Just two more, right? These are the final two allegations because I don't think there's anything else. If there is anything else, I do not know right now. So these are the last two allegations. So this allegation, I'm being called a hypocrite, and this is where I have to go back to Mr. Tea Time. The reason why I'm being called a hypocrite is because of the lolicon search that was on Reddit. And I told you how that happened. I got hacked by GT fans, and they went into my Reddit account and started posting all kinds of bullshit. I had to delete it constantly. I explained the whole thing in the video, if you want context. So that wasn't actually me. But even if it was, right? Because Venom made a very strong case. Even if I did look it up, I'm still not a pedophile. Because what if I was trying to find the source, right? What if I was trying to investigate what this is?
Right there.
What if I was the problem is, right? They're calling me a hypocrite for looking this up when they don't even understand why I'm calling them a pedophile in the first place. I'm not calling these people a pedophile. Hold on. Because I actually explained this. That is one more time. I actually explained this. Give me a second. I gotta go into my other account. Because I had to explain to this Mr. Teen Time idiot what's actually going on, what my principles are. So let me. You can read the Venom thread too if you want to know how he actually cleared my name on that. Because even if I did look it up, I'm still not a pedophile. He made a very good case for that. You can look for it. But I'm gonna read this real quick. This entire thing started with hypocrisy, so we're talking about that first. No excuse, stop the gish galloping. In order to call me a hypocrite, you need to understand where it's coming from. So let me ask you something. No screenshots needed. I want you to explain to me, by memory alone, why I call lolicons pedophiles. What did I say about lolicons exactly? What do you remember from the top of your head right now? From what Mr. Tea Time says, from what I recall, I have seen you call people pedophiles for watching shows that heavily sexualize underage characters. Call them pedophiles, pointing out that you have been wrong about the definition of pedophilia, something you even admitted to. And that's your biggest mistake. That is not why I called them a pedophile. That is not my motivation, and that is not why I'm even here. I do not call lolicons pedophiles simply because they consume the material. That's unreasonable, and it's an impossible standard to place on someone. That was never my motivation. The only reason you think this is why I did it is because you were told that I did. By screenshots that were taken out of context and cropped. You were fed this lie that I'm calling them a pedophile because apparently they watched an episode of One Piece where Rebecca was wearing a gladiator suit. No, that is not why, and it never was. Not from the start. The reason why it's an impossible standard is because what if you saw something you didn't see? What if it was shoved down your throat without your permission, and now you're seeing a bunch of children getting sexualized in these shows? That's not your fault that it happens. That's not on you. That's on the author for jump scaring you like that. You didn't know what was coming. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't know what was going to happen. Or maybe you didn't, but you still enjoyed it anyway. See? It's too complex. There's too many reasons why you're exposed to that kind of content. I can't call you a pedophile for that. So I don't. So if I'm truly a hypocrite, yes, that has to be my argument. That's the only way this works. But since it's not my argument, that hypocrisy goes out the window because I don't have that principle. I don't stand on it. It's an impossible standard to place on anyone. So I don't even try. And yet, people think I did because they're illiterate. See, it'd be one thing if I never made it clear why I'm calling them a pedophile, but I did. For 13 years, I did. Here's where a lot of hold on. I know I said something. Okay, I just responded. Okay. Oh no, never mind. So let me make it clear for the modern audience and tea time. I need you to pay close attention to what I'm saying and what I'm saying specifically. This is straightforward, black and white, no nuance, no deep reading, no interpretation. This is the most clearest I can possibly make it. I'm calling them a pedophile because they like it. They love it. They share it all over their profile, going off about how it turns them on. They get hard off of it. They jerk off to it. They ejaculate to it. They even edge to it. They even plaster it everywhere they go. They share it with friends. Hell, they even share it with family. They even share it with kids. They support it. They endorse it. They welcome those who like it. They give money to those who like it. They make it mandatory to have it around. They joke about it. They don't joke about it. They love the porn. They love the porn. The soft kind, the hard kind, the rape kind. They salivate over it. They can't get enough of it. They want more. They want it all. And they also say this. The younger, the better. Okay, yeah. This is the core argument. Nothing else. No, not a single thing else. And it never will be. If you want to call me a hypocrite, you need to use my logic against me. I need to do exactly what the lolicons do and do it consistently. I quite literally need to become a lolicon myself in order for this hypocrisy to work. It needs to be one-to-one, a goddamn mirror. I talk about anime fights exclusively, the slender, the agenda. That's not porn. It has to be because porn is exactly why I'm calling them a pedophile. That is precisely why, the only reason why it has to be porn. That's what I'm attacking. Not anime characters. Hell, I'm not even attacking lolicons for liking lolicon characters. You like lollies, that's fine. It's okay to like child characters, but the porn and sharing it all over your profile, that is my problem. Unless I've done the exact same thing, unless you see me doing this, you can't call me a hypocrite because not once have you ever called me doing this, and you never will. Now do you get it? Where's the porn, tea time? Where's the NSFW? Where's the Rule 34? Where is my art of children getting raped? Infants, babies, where is it? Where's the animated porn of real people like Billie Eilish, Greta Thunberg? Where is my video of Sasuke Uchiha? Where did it go? Where is the hypocrisy? Where is my numerous incestuous posts? Where's my rape threats? Where are they? Where is it? Did you catch me sending $200 to a minor? Have I ever done such a thing? Did I do that? Did I hack someone's account and enter their Facebook account that hasn't been used for 3 fucking years and post lolicon porn all over their shit behind their back so that I can use them to set them up later? You've been stalking me for 2 years straight. Have you ever seen me do any of the things I listed? No. You can't call me a hypocrite when this is the shit that they fucking do. I have never stalked children in a Have I ever stalked children in Telegram and doxed them? Did I stream softcore minors in my Discord server? Have I ever done that? Do I support an artist drawing a little block getting raped? Have I ever done that? Have I ever cropped a screenshot and hide the context? Did I do that too? Give me one example. Just one. Where have I jerked off to little kids? One. Just one. I challenge you even. I'm begging you to post one. Just give me one example. One. There's more, but that's it.
Yeah, don't overwork yourself too much, cause they'll use it against you. But I think you're in the right.
There's one more allegation. This is the final one. I don't know any other allegations outside of this. There's nothing else. Okay. Apparently, this is the final allegation. Apparently, I have been sexually harassing minors. I have not seen any proof of this. But the core argument is this. I am woke. They think that I am the 15-year-old minor that I had in that video. They think I am woke. And since they think I'm woke, They think that I am inviting minors into my Discord server so that I can ask for their nudes and send porn to them. I've asked for evidence of this happening. Like, what Discord server are we talking about? Do you have screenshots of this happening? It's like, oh no, I just heard that you were sending porn to minors. You only heard? You don't even have the screenshot. So where's? I do have a Discord server, right? But it's inactive right now because it's in development hell. I don't know if the channels are working right. I don't know what's going on. So I haven't released a public server. So there's currently 6 members in there, but nobody really exists in that server. It's dead because it hasn't been released. So this idea that I'm sending porn to minors, where's the evidence of that? Where's the proof? I even tried looking for myself. It's like, okay, where's these allegations coming from? I searched for days. I'm still searching now. I don't know where this is coming from. The only explanation I have is that they think that I'm woke. I'm not. We are 2 separate people. And that's the problem with these lolicons. They keep assuming that, oh, you're an alt of this guy. You're an alt of this guy. You're an alt of this guy. Literally every single account that I had is either Mr. Maniacal or Maniac the Crimson God. There is no other alt outside of that. Not a single one.
Yeah, so I think you've presented a pretty good argument here. There's some things that, like, just gotta be careful about saying, even if you do have good intentions or there's spelling errors. Uh, yeah, I'd say, yeah, you haven't really done anything wrong. I mean, if you have, you've clarified it, you've told everybody, like, what you've done and, like, how you're gonna stop this from happening in the future. Uh, lolly niggers, they just don't get it though. And
They'll never understand because they can't
they
read.
won't. Yeah, they're a bunch of brown niggers. Yep.
The only thing I can ask right now is for people to share my pinned tweet because that pinned tweet is also a thread of me debunking these allegations.
Yeah.
So I really need people to just spread this shit like wildfire so that people can know the truth. Because I'm doing the best I can to spread this everywhere, and I'm still going to continue to do it, but I can't do it alone. I need a third party, someone who doesn't know what's going on to share this thread as well. I need somebody to help me out with this because I genuinely don't know what to do. Like I've been fighting these allegations for a long time, and it's been affecting how I defend other people because there are people out there being falsely accused of pedophilia as well, and I have to defend them. I can't do that when I'm being slandered as a fucking pedophile because they think this just makes me lose my credibility. This is hurting my credibility when they're doing shit like this. I can't defend people like this when this is the shit that I have to deal with on a constant basis. Because they're forcing me to address it. I need help spreading this around. I can't do this by myself. I thought I could.
Yeah, it's really hard because Twitter algorithms are. I am very well versed in it. They're
No.
complicated.
It's not Twitter algorithms. The algorithm is fine. It's just that people are straight up just people. The only people who are telling them about these debunked allegations is me. That's the only issue. It's not the algorithm. It's just me saying it. No one is going to trust my word. So I need someone who is not me to say it in my place because they're not going to trust what I'm saying because of these lolicons have gaslighted them. My account has been suspended for 2 years and they took advantage of that. So now nobody's going to trust a single word I say. So it's not the algorithm that's the problem. It's my word.
Yeah, I understand the position you're in. It's very hard to get out of, but you've presented everything in a manner which they obviously aren't going to argue against it because it'll just debunk everything they said. But there's a few things that you could work on, but everything checks all right. I mean, you can use this video to prove like, hey, 2WBIA talked about it, and 2WA said like, hey, and I come at every argument because here's the problem with modern arguments is that everybody they don't know how to argue. Like they always come to an argument. They'll call you a nigger, they'll call you a faggot, they'll call you a pedophile without actually hearing your side of the story and your claims and your evidence. And they'll do that. And I think that's a very bad and dangerous thing for arguments and how those get kind of planned out. Because I actually listened to you. I sat down, I looked at the evidence, I gave my opinions and my thoughts about it. And your evidence checks out. Uh, to them, it might not look too true. And there's a few things that maybe you can add like more context to it. I would suggest putting this in a Google document or maybe making a timeline of what happened because that can make some people understand like what's going on easier. Because I'm gonna be honest, everything you kind of put here is a word salad, and I was trying to run the reactor and do that at the same time. It's kind of hard to find out and what everything meant. If you weren't here, I wouldn't have known what to kind of look for, and that's sort of one thing that I noticed. So if you could unword salad and like make a timeline like in a doc of what happened and like explain everything and link videos, I think you'll have a very good argument, and they won't really be able to say anything about you.
I'm
From
having
my
a
perspective.
I'm having a difficult time trying to figure out how to do that to not make it a word salad because I tried doing it. I tried doing it that way before and they didn't listen. So this word salad is actually a response to them not listening because I did what you suggested a long time ago. I did and it didn't work. That's why there's so much word salad because when I did what you suggested I did, they just ignored it. They didn't even bother reading it. They didn't even try.
They're not going to. They're not going to because it'll just make them look bad. What I would suggest doing, like, make something very simple, like put everything in parts. Like if they say you did this, like you have a document that shows like this like snippet of what happened. Like with that one guy, like that was sending nudes of himself to those people, and like those people were telling him, hey, you got to stop this. Like instead of putting that in one big doc, put it in a little doc, and if they don't want to read it, you can tell. And you can tell when they can't read it either. You just tell them, hey, you didn't even read it, and
Yeah,
I'll have your side
that's
on
kind of
this.
that's kind of what my pin tweet is. That
Yeah.
you basically just described what my pin tweet is. That's why I'm telling people to share it because what you just described, that's what that pin tweet kind of is. It's not a Google Doc, but it is a thread. It's
Something.
functioning like a Google Doc.
Yeah.
It has that function. But
Jihad blew up the grass.
yeah, that's all the allegations that I'm currently aware of. I don't know anything else. If there's
Yep.
anything you want more context on, watch my debunk video that I made on my YouTube. Watch my chair video, right? But if there's
Your
any other
video.
context, yeah, this is my video. But if you need any other context, I will answer them in a heartbeat. I will not hesitate. I won't even run. I'll answer
Yep.
in a heartbeat. I'm a fast responder too, so you don't
I know
have to
you
wait.
are. Yeah, sorry for kind of dragging on like the interview till late. 'Cause I had some shit. I had to fix a chuck steak, and that was very good.
Nah,
Used
nah,
it
you were good.
Irish butter and king seasoning. Very, very good. And fortunately, I ran out of propane on the grill, but I got it done. Uh, but anyways, you presented everything good, and I think that's really the end of this interview. If there's anything else that you want to add on, if you have questions for me, like any law questions about what relates to law, because I have had to study law a lot when it comes to this. Make sure I don't get anything wrong, because when you get it wrong, it can do a lot of damage, very bad damage.
Yeah.
So, do you have any law questions that you want answered?
Do I have any law questions? Give me 1 minute. Okay.
Okay. I'm kicking around with the burn rate right now.
Okay. I got 2 law questions for you, though they
Right.
might as well be combined. Whether
Okay.
a minor has hypersexuality or not, like a normal minor and a minor with hypersexuality, right? Is
Okay.
it,
So, like,
hold on, is it
yeah.
inherently sexual to talk to these minors platonically? Like, don't even bring up any sexual topics, don't even bring
Okay.
up any adult topics whatsoever. Is it inherently sexual to just be friends, best friends, even? Is it illegal? Is it sexual? Is it wrong? I need to know.
So this would actually not be a crime to talk to somebody platonically, even if they do have hypersexuality. And I haven't really met anybody. Actually, I might have in real life. I met a girl with hypersexuality, and uh, it was quite wild. She would do a lot of moves, and it didn't really work. I told her like, hey, you're gonna have to find somebody else. Like, it's way too much. And so how this kind of works out. So if it's a platonic relationship, nothing sexual, then there's no law being broken. Simple as that. But if something does happen, and like say the guy was grooming the girl or boy with hypersexuality, uh, what that would do, they could bring that up in a court of law, and they could say like, hey, they had hypersexuality. This is a case like they were more vulnerable, and but aside from the law, like court aspect of it, it's not a crime.
Because a lot of people have been citing sources where majority of interactions between an adult and a minor is always ended in sexual situations. They cited the sources for that. So is it still inherently sexual despite these sources telling you that most adults are sexual minors
Like
or
what?
just
Okay, so I'm just
older adolescents?
so basically, I understand the first part, but not really the last part. So the last part is like being like an adolescent adult. Well, an adolescent's a minor. Fuck, I'm talking about.
Okay. So, like older adolescents, like you, for example, right? You're 17. You're still a
Yeah.
minor, but you're still older than, let's say, a 13 or an 11-year-old. That makes you an
Yes,
older
and
adolescent.
and consent laws come into play here. Now, consent's very uh weird in a way, and not a lot of people understand how it works. When it comes to consent, like so in the state of Tennessee, it's either 16 or 17. I highly believe it's 17. I'm gonna search it up 'cause I don't want to put out false info. Uh, it's actually 18. They changed it.
Good.
2026.
That's
Future
good. I like that
26. Yeah, I support that too. Where the pants often get called, but
because when I'm talking about friends, I'm talking about playing Marvel Rivals with the boys. Getting on fighting games and shit like that,
that's
or
okay.
doing some voice acting work. Right? Because I'm a voice actor.
Okay.
I team up
Yeah.
with minors to do that. Is it sexual to do those kind of things, though? Is my
No,
question.
it's not. It's not. Even morally, like that's not.
It's not even weird.
I mean, if you're saying nothing weird, then yeah. If like you need to hire people for voice acting, even if they're underage, yeah, gotta do
Yeah,
what you
because
gotta
that's
do.
because that's all I do. That's all I do with these minors, right? I go play games with them. I do voice work for them for their projects because I'm a main antagonist in some of their projects. I'm a villain, right? And not only that, but I also make videos for them. I make content for them. What else do I do? Oh, a minor made my model, like the red guy with the hoodie, yellow eyes. Yeah, a 15-year-old made that for me. So I hire minors as well to produce works for me that I can't do myself. And all of them are safe for work. All of them that is not porn, it's not sexual, it's not weird in any way, shape, or form. All my
Yeah.
commissions are safe. So they say that I'm a pedophile for doing stuff like that. Isn't inherently sexual for me to do stuff like that too? Is my question.
So like, if you're just talking to somebody like with the English language, it's okay. Like you can talk to me about anything. That's like almost anything, as long as it's not sexual or suggestive or in a way that could be considered grooming. You're a-okay. You can talk about ISIS. You can talk about Hitler. I don't care. Like even the law doesn't care. It doesn't matter at all. Uh, uh, yeah, lolly niggers who say that are liars, and they're putting out false information that is affecting the real world in a very real way. Cause then people think, oh, I can't talk to this minor. Like, how am I going to hire these people? It's like that. Like, here's an analogy. That's like saying that you're a fast food restaurant owner, right? And you need employees, but you can't employ this 17-year-old because they're a minor. You can, but there's limits to it. Like with talking with a minor online and in real life, there's limits to it. Like you can only they can only work so many hours a minor can with labor laws, and like with talking to a minor in real life, you can only talk about a limited range of things. Can't be sexual with them at all. And that's a good analogy that I use to kind of make it easier for people. But yeah, I would even ask that question again, really, because like it's pretty obvious what the answer is. Just no, it's not illegal. Morally, not illegal. Religiously, not even none of that. It's just them trying to lie to make you look bad, and they'll do that because they're a bunch of sea niggers. And there's this person on here that was called Sora, and they were a lolly nigger, and we got their account banned, which is a good thing. But they would constantly like try and say like, "Oh, you're talking to to like this adult is talking to a minor," and I look at it, and there's no sexuality or anything involved. I'm like, "Okay, what's the problem here?" And they're like, "You're a pedophile for saying that," and I'm like, "Nigger, you're literally saying that they're a pedophile for literally just talking to somebody," and then that they'll like get all mad and say like, all this and that, and it really just it really just it's just the stupidest circuit show I've ever seen. And okay, why the fuck isn't this working?
The reason why I asked this
Oh,
question is because this question will resurface because a lot of my cases of me defending people from false allegations, it usually pertains to them talking to minor, and people will call you a pedophile just for doing that alone. Not even sexually, they'll just call you a pedophile for doing that. And I have to constantly defend that point because no, it's not sexual to talk to a minor. It's not even weird. It is actually very common. It is very fucking common. It is a normal thing. And I have to
3 billion people
constantly,
are about 2 billion people are minors in the world. If you can't talk to that age group, we're fucked as a species. Like that's what I'd say.
it is, yeah, it's not even sexual. So I have to reinforce that fact and I have to cite laws to prove it. Because they just, and even if I cite laws, they'll still call you a pedophile for that. So it's like,
Well,
yeah, that's why I
and
asked
then
you for
they'll
that.
get mad when you cite the law saying that lolicon is child pornography. They'll get mad. That's funny how that works.
Yeah, because the literal DSM-5 says that it is child pornography to produce a virtual depiction of an average minor. Of an average
Yeah, and
minor.
they always go to that one court case too about how it was overruled. But here is the big thing about that court case that they always get wrong. That was for that federal district only. So it was for that federal district only and that federal court case only. It was
A
only
court
for that
case.
case. After that case got done, the law is still there. It still works. It was just for that court case that the judge said it was unconstitutional because the content they had found him with was a little bit too broad, and he said, "Hold the horses here, boys. Let's see what's really happening here. We're going to hold back this law." The Protect Act. We're going to hold it back. We're going to see like what happens with the Miller test, and they did hold it back. I don't think he was charged with it, and even if he did, he got a plea deal out of it. But they temporarily ruled it unconstitutional for that case only. And after the case is done, well, the unconstitutionality for that case is no longer there. It's still a constitutional law to this day. And they always say cite a case where that happens for. In any case involving pedophilia, you will see charges of lolicon and possession of that material. And there's usually stacked on other cases because just getting a charge for lolicon. Okay, so like let's say that you're the FBI, right? Like you have this big evidence thing, and this guy is extremely lolicon. Now, getting that into a courtroom and getting that prosecuted and getting that him actually sent to jail, that's going to be pretty hard with just lolicon alone, because there's a lot of other factors like the Miller test and like what was he doing with the material and kind of how that was, or like was he sharing with minors. So what they'll usually do is that they'll wait until he does something else, like starts trying to solicit child or the enticing of a child or corruption of a minor, and then they'll stack the charges on it because they'll have proof saying that, hey, this guy had intent to do it with real kids, so we're going to go ahead and say that, yeah, this material is illegal because he obviously had intent to do it with real kids, so this fictional material is going to go ahead and charge it. And then usually the judges will keep the charges on unless they enter a plea deal, and still they might keep it on. But that's how that really sort of works. Now, I am not a lawyer. I am not a legal expert per se, but I do know my laws. I do know how they work. So, you know.
You're a better lawyer than they are, that's for sure. You
They're
actually
not.
studied this shit.
They'll never go to a bar. They'll fail a bar exam immediately because like
I
any
swear.
any lawyer that's not Jewish or that's smart and actually knows how the law works. And are you a noticer, by the way?
A noticer?
Yeah, like you notice Jews doing a lot of stuff.
I don't pay attention to the Jews. I'm sorry. I'm not
Okay,
that kind
so
of guy.
you might not.
Like
Yeah, I want to say you might not get a lot of references I'm saying too, because a lot of the Jews are running these rape rings and all that shit. And fun fact, Jews are pushing lolicon. They're the creators of pornography itself. They're the main ones. Like the person that owns Pornhub is Jewish. Like every one of these owners of XXX videos, Pornhub, and all the people behind it, the gay porn industry, the transgender tranny industry, all of them are Jewish, and that that reinforces kind of what Hitler said back in 1939. But that's sort of another point too, like, in my beliefs in the ways that Hitler put it, the Jews are the reason why the West is like having this major problem. The world's having this major problem why it's bad. And that's another thing that I just mentioned right there. But I just asked if you were a noticer because a lot that's what I usually say, like, are you a noticer? You know what I mean?
yeah, I was only born and raised in the Call of Duty chats. I was only born and raised in Facebook, so I don't know these terms. These are foreign concepts to me. Okay, I only call
Yeah,
people retards, faggots, niggers. Tell them to kill themselves. That's all I do. I
box
don't
freezer.
know all this. I don't post checks like you do. I don't. Yeah, I don't know these things.
Yeah.
I'm very vanilla when it comes to this thing. But
I mean, that can
yeah,
sort of be good.
but yeah, that's everything. There's nothing else. Literally nothing
Yeah,
else.
actually, I'm kind of focused on this. I want to say something else real quick. Just gotta fix this.